Josh Bedrosian spoke with some of those legislators and a Fairfield resident who served in Afghanistan and is trying to evacuate American citizens and allies out. Josh, what's the latest?
Well, Simon, President Biden and Connecticut legislators are reiterating about these U.S. service members who died or wounded heroes engaging in a selfless mission to save the lives of others. It's a situation that feels all too familiar for a Fairfield man who served in Afghanistan in 2012, who reacts to today's latest developments. Some of the video you're about to see is graphic.
Put me back on my heels.
Fairfield resident Alex Pletus served in Afghanistan back in 2012 and is now working to get American citizens and allies evacuated through his connections after he says the U.S. government miscalculated the amount of people wanting to leave.
I shouldn't be coordinating operations to get people picked up in Kabul and brought to safety and everything else from my home in Fairfield.
But it's this photo sent to him from a friend's Afghan relative who was outside the airport moments before one of the suicide bombings. That turned into this tragic and chaotic scene where he later died.
That was the last interaction or memory he's going to have with his cousin.
Both bombs killed at least 13 U.S. service members and 60 Afghans, leaving dozens wounded, now prompting reaction from legislators.
We need to get the people out who need to get out.
As President Biden's August 31st deadline to pull troops out is closing in, Connecticut legislators tell News 12 it exposed a weakness on the ground and the need to keep troops there.
I think it is absolutely true that the Biden administration got ambushed by a worst-case scenario that they were not prepared to handle.
We should keep our military there as long as necessary to evacuate all American citizens and all of our Afghan allies who put their lives on the line for us and who now have targets on their backs.
Now, Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro also says the mission in Afghanistan is not over, and through today's devastation, the U.S. must remain committed to safely evacuating all American service members and citizens, Afghan allies, and the vulnerable populations that will be targeted by the Taliban. That's the latest here in the newsroom. I'm Josh Bedrosian, News 12 Connecticut.